Okay, the first step to turning this pair of jeans into a pair of short pants or knickers or whatever you want to call them is to mark where you want them to be. I'm kind of hoping to get mine right at the knee. So I've marked right here, and I'm going to cut across, and you don't need a seam allowance or a hem allowance for this, really, just maybe a little 1/4 of an inch. That's it. Okay, so I've got the ends cut off, and as you can see when I did the speed up, I used the first leg I cut to measure the second leg. Okay, the next thing we need to do is pick out some of your favorite fabric, and I'm going to use this fabric because I just love it, and I feel like it'll go with anything that I wear with my jeans. The next thing I went ahead and I measured the bottom of the pants leg, and you know it's on the fold, so all the way around it's about 20 inches that I need to have. So I'm going to cut just about 10.5 to give me a seam allowance for closing this cuff up. I'm going to mark this, and you want to think in doubles. When you make the cuff, you need to double the size you want it to be, because you're going to fold it in, fold it over, and you'll see that step later and you'll understand what I'm saying. But I think I want my cuff to be about 3 inches, so I need 6 inches to make that work. You need 2 of these, so just use the first one to measure the second one. Okay, with right sides together, I'm going to go over to my sewing machine, and I'm going to close up the end of these, and then I'll come back and show you how to attach them to the pants. We're going to turn our pants wrong side out, and with the inside seam, well, let's do the outside seam because that might cause some bunching and make them uncomfortable. What I want to do now, with wrong and right side together, the right side of the cuff facing the wrong side of the pants, I want to, well, first thing, let's press this. Press this open, and we are going to fit this to this part. And this seam is bulky on these jeans. This is actually stretched in them, but it's still gotta work around that bulky seam there. Okay, so I'm going to line it up, the bottom edge of this cuff with the edge of the bottom of the pants leg of the jeans. I'm going to pin it all together and then take it to the machine and sew all the way around. Okay, once you've got both the cuffs sewn on the wrong side of the pants, this is what it looks like. And I want to say this about this. This piece of fabric needs to be very precisely measured. If you're using a pair of stretch denim like I am, they have a lot of stretch in them. But if you pull them, you're going to get a puckered look. Now, if that's what you're going for, fine. But if you want this to be just a neat lays flat when you do the next step, this has to be precise. I had to go back in and recut a new piece because I was actually off, and the first cuffs that I made out of this fabric were too small, and it wasn't going to work because I would have had to pull the denim, and then I would have gotten a pucker or a tuck, or you know, would have looked like it had elastic in it. Okay, so we've done that, and our next step is going to be to turn the pants, shorts, they're shorts now, right side out, and we want to bring this cuff up for each one. We want to bring it out of from the inside, and then we're going to get everything around the bottom hem here, the bottom edge, neat, and we're going to press that down. Okay, my next step is I'm going to go in with my sewing machine and just sew an edge on this just to keep this down the way it is. And I'll do that, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, I just went along and sewed along this edge right here. Now, our next step might be a little bit tricky, but we can do it. We know we can do it. Now what I want to do is, I need to work from this way, is I want to take this piece right here and fold it in itself. Kind of just, you know, we're creating that cuff look now. I want to make it look like these have a nice little folded cuff on them. Now, guess what we do? We press it. And it's lining up nice, because there's the, I don't know if you can see it on here, but that's the inseam of my pants, and there's the seam line for the cuff. So everything's lining up very nicely. I sewed this so badly right here because I was in too much of a hurry. My pretty little seam line down here is not so pretty, but these are for me. So I bought these pants, and I bought Daisy and I both the exact same pair, and I am longer legged than Daisy, and I got petite for short girls, and yeah, I thought I was a short girl, but they came up like over my ankles, and I said ew. So, and then when I washed them, they had a little bit of shrinkage, and it was even worse. So I said, well, I need shorts, I'll make a pair of shorts. Alrighty, our next step is going to be to take this over to the sewing machine. Once we have all of this looking nice and neat, and we're going to sew an edge onto this so that this stays down. And I'll do the same thing with the other leg, and I'll come back and show you the finished product. Y'all, that's it. There we go. We have our little shorts. We went from pants to a pair of shorts with a pretty little cuff on the end of them. I like them. Can't wait to wear them. You can do this for men's, women's, girls, boys, jeans. Just if you're using heavy denim material, you want to make sure you have the kind of sewing machine that can handle that. Make sure you use denim needles for your machine also. You know, they'll go through that denim easier. This was fairly easy to sew. This stretch denim is just really lightweight, even though the seams are still bulky. You need to be careful going around those. And it's just a really quick, easy project. I have several pair of pants I'm going to do this with so I have some shorts for the summer. and they're all stretched in them, so it'll be easy. But I hope you enjoy that quick little tutorial, quick little project you can do. And it probably took me, not considering that I had to recut this piece and resize it, probably takes 30-45 minutes to do, maybe less than that if you're a quick sewer. So peace, y'all. Bye bye.